Good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. Can you tell I'm still in my nightgown? I am. I overslept this morning. I think I was a little tired last night. But I have this mug this morning. Thank you to my dear Canadian friend Krista, because I thought this would cheer me this morning. Get me in kind of a party mood for you. Good morning, Opa. Yes, I am sunshine this morning because the sun is definitely not shining yet. And I heard that we might be having a cold spell here in the desert because I'm not sure it's going to get up into the 120 today. I think it's going to stay right around 104, 105, which sounds hot, but actually it's pretty delightful. When I start playing tennis in the morning, it's usually around 80-ish. And then by 2 hours later, it kind of reaches close to 100. But today, I think it might be cool. I might even wear something with sleeves. Who knows? I'll live dangerously. It's Taco Tuesday. I love Taco Tuesday. You having tacos today? I'm making tacos tonight. I am. Love the tacos. So, I told you I overslept, which means I haven't thought a lot about what I want to talk to you about today. But here's what I do know. I do know that I want to read you a couple more of those untranslatables from Psychology Today because they're awesome. Good morning, Marlene. Good morning, Henry. It's so wonderful that you guys get up early and coffee with me. Oh boy, do I need that coffee today, huh? Really pops me up. It's my vasodilator, takes away my morning yuck. All right, so the first word is a Zulu word, and it's Ubuntu. Ubuntu. And Ubuntu is a noun that means being kind to others on account of one's common humanity. Whoa, how's that for a notion, huh? I mean, seriously. To be nice to someone just because they're another human being? I'll drink to that. Good on you, Zulus. Okay, and then, this one is Croatian. Not sure about the pronunciation, so if you're Croatian, please forgive me. Fjaka. It's also a noun. It's relaxation of the body and mind. Sleepiness, drowsiness, the sweetness of doing nothing. Some fajaka would feel really good right now, wouldn't it? Yeah, some fajaka. Okay, now the next one, it's I love the way all these little synchronicities come up, right? The last word on this list is eucatastrophe. You know, there's distress and eustress. Well, there's catastrophe and there's eucatastrophe, which is an English noun coined, well, I'll tell you who coined it in a minute, but it's a sudden favorable resolution of events, a happy ending. And it was coined originally by J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, why do I say that that's got some kind of synchronicity going on, some kind of cool coincidence happening? Well, it's very simple. Tomorrow, as it turns out, is the anniversary of J.R.R. Tolkien's death. So we remember him, we say a word to him. How I would even know that, I can't tell you, but it's tomorrow. But the strange thing is I admitted just yesterday or the day before that I've never seen any of the Lord of the Ring trilogy. So that's on my list in the next week or two to watch all of the Lord of the Ring. If you love them, I would love to hear about it. If you didn't like them, don't tell me because I want to watch them. I've never seen them. Bilbo Baggins is such a cool name. I just have to see what goes with that name. So let's remember J.R.R. Tolkien today so that we can honor him tomorrow even more. Oh, birthdays. Not death days, birthdays. Gloria Estefan. I mean, come on, just even hearing her name, doesn't it make you want to start dancing? It wakes me right up. And Rocky Marciano. Yeah, Rocky. Rocky. Hello, the fighter. You know who that is. I told you about my fight history and my dear sweet little old lady mother who loved to go to the fights. I know I've mentioned that before, but every time I think about it, I start smiling all over again, because I swear to you, we'd be with all these rough, tough, beer-drinking guys all around us, and in the middle of everything, right smack in line with center of the ring, would be my little 90-something-year-old mother and me, and she'd be sitting there yelling, "Hit him again! Hit him again!" This totally non-violent, sweet lady would become an animal when I would get her into the fights. Okay, we won't go there anymore. Let's see what else. Oh, you know who else's birthday it is? It's not a birthday. It's like the anniversary of. Now, see, this may not mean anything to you, but it's something to me. In 1972, Bobby Fischer, an American, beat Boris Spassky, a Russian, in the World Chess Tournament, whatever it was called. Yeah, like who cares, right? In my house in 1972, it was still Raison célèbre. I didn't say that really like it was French, but I was pretending. Here's to you, Bobby Fischer. See, my dad liked playing chess. I think I've told you a little about my dad. He was a very smart man, and he loved playing chess. I think of chess as kind of a cerebral game. But it was the 50s and 60s that I'm talking about in my house. And chess was kind of set aside for the men in my house. And that used to really make me angry. I had to learn chess, because what would happen is we would have dinner, and my father and my older brother would excuse themselves to the family room where they would go play chess while I helped my mother with the dishes. No, come on. Those of you who know me well enough to know that didn't last very long. I learned how to play chess, but I still am not sure I could beat my brother. He's pretty smart too. Here's to you, Denny. Pretty smart. So that brings up another little story. Back around the same time, I'm talking about the early 60s, I have a brother who's younger than I am by about 4 years. Many of you have seen me work with him. We worked teaching seminars together for quite a few years. It was like doing a dance, working with my little brother. Oh my God, we worked together so well. Anyway, he was pretty young at the time, and it was early 60s, maybe 60, 61. And we lived in a brand new house in California. We'd moved from Illinois. And one evening at dinner, my parents announced we were getting a dishwasher. Can you imagine how excited we were? I mean, it's like, my father was an engineer, so we were like cutting edge. You know, we had a TV before other people had a TV, and we had transistor radios, and we had reel-to-reel tape recorders, and we just got all this techno stuff. So you'd think I'd be techno cool, but I'm not. Anyway, they announced we were getting a dishwasher. Woohoo! My older brother and I were yelling and screaming and jumping up and down and dancing around the kitchen. And my little brother, poor little Robbie, was sitting in the corner sobbing, just sobbing. And my mother went over to him and said, "Why aren't you happy too, Robbie?" At which point, seriously, he looked at her and said, "If you were gonna get a dishwasher, couldn't you get a dish dryer too, because that's my job. I can hear you laughing at home. It was hilarious. So, just a little sideline note to my brother. I hope you have a dishwasher and a dish dryer. Okay, story today. You want a story today? Let's see. Okay, I'll give you a good one. So it's, let me see, I want to put you in about the right year frame. I'm going to say, oh, I get them all so mixed up. 80? I don't know, 89? Something like that. Yeah, maybe it was the end of the 80s. I got a call from somebody asking me if I would please be on, okay, I know some of you know this already, on Oprah. Yeah, that's what I said. They wanted me to be on Oprah. See, I had built the balloon industry up into this $1 million business. And then without going into a big explanation, I went bankrupt. I was actually put into involuntary bankruptcy. Maybe someday I'll tell you the story because it's kind of a, good guy comes through story. So I got put into involuntary bankruptcy by a mean vendor. And in less than a year, I built my company back up to over $1 million in less than a year. And Success Magazine did a story, and I was one of the great comebacks. Oh, it was in 1989, I think. A great comeback of the year because I went bankrupt and then built my business back up in less than a year. The people from Oprah saw that story and decided they were going to do a story on people who had had something bad happen to them and then bounce back. So they called me and asked me if I would be on this show. And I said, no, I'm too busy. And then they called me back about a week later and they asked me again. And I said, well, how much does it pay? And they said, oh, we can't pay you on Oprah. We're not allowed because we're not allowed to pay people to come be on this kind of a talk show. So I said, yeah, sorry, I'm really busy. I'm really busy. I can't do it. Now, mind you, I didn't know too much about Oprah at the time. I was a working woman. I worked every day. It was like I'd heard of her, but whatever. Anyway, they were extremely persistent. And when I tell you for like 3 months, I got weekly calls from the staff at Oprah asking me, please, would I reconsider? So finally, after a couple of months, I said to them, so do you do a remote production here in California, or do you fly me out to Chicago? Because by then I knew that Oprah filmed in Chicago. And they said, no, we fly you to Chicago. Well, all of a sudden I'm thinking, wait a minute, I'm from Chicago. That means free trip to go see the family and my friends. Wait a minute, I should maybe reconsider here. So I said, okay, so let's talk about this. If you're gonna fly me to Chicago, tell me how that works. Well, we'll fly you first class to Chicago, and then we'll have you picked up at the airport. We'll put you up at the New Otani Hotel. And I stopped for a minute and I said, well, I'm going to need a car. And they said, no problem. We'll get you a car. You want the car for a week? And I said, sure. So I'm thinking they're going to rent me like a little Dodge Rambler or something. No. I ended up saying yes, by the way, and I had a chauffeur-driven limousine the whole time I was there. Yeah, I did. I took that limousine back to Skokie to visit the folks. Who says you can't go home again? If you go home in that kind of style, you can go anywhere. Anyway, I was on Oprah. Now, the show itself was kind of fun, and yes, I do have a tape somewhere and blah, blah, blah. But the coolest part was, I don't know if I was the first one there, that could be, or if I had my own green room. I'm not sure which it was. All I do know for sure is that Oprah came into the green room while I was sitting and waiting for things to get started and sat down with me and had a cup of coffee just like she was my girlfriend. And I have to tell you, if that woman was anywhere near me, I would want her to be my best friend. So real, so genuine, so delightful. Anyway, the show happened, and it's live, of course, and they broke for a commercial. How real is this person? She goes like this. Okay, everybody just stay where you are. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. And she runs off the set and comes back and then just starts like everything's perfectly normal. Yes, girls, boys, Oprah ran off the set telling us she had to go pee. Is that like the realest of real? And by the way, when that show was over, I couldn't go anywhere in Chicago except to my relatives' houses because everybody in that town watched that show. No matter where I went, people were stopping me going, I saw you on Oprah. I saw you on Oprah. It was like, people, it was just a show. I came home, I got recognized in the laundry. When I dropped off my laundry, a person 3 behind me in line says, I saw you on Oprah. I turned around and I said, you're looking at the back of my head. How do you even know I was on Oprah? And she said, your voice, I recognize your voice. So yeah, didn't get me any business, but it did get me a stalker. I could tell you about that another time. Anyway, Sandye meets Oprah, and she was delightful. Love to you, Oprah. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I got to meet Oprah. Okay, it's time. I'm running really late. I'm going to go finish all my morning stuff, get in my tennis clothes, hop out to the tennis court, get back here, do my day work, have some fun, maybe watch some R.R. Tolkien. But I'm not leaving until, because this is a really short one today, from How to Be Happy and Grateful. I have my unicorn to mark my place. Thank you, Ella. Choose. You always have a choice. Choose to love, to give, to listen, to be, even when temptation is intense. I'm grateful for the love in my life, the family and friends from near and far, acquaintances, strangers, animals. Oh, so much love. Love, joy, fun, abundance. Can you say birthright? I'm grateful for the love, joy, fun, and abundance in my life, and I can find it wherever I am. Where are you feeling love today? Go out there and feel some love. Go have some fun. Wake yourself up. I just did. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.